every once in a while you hear like something hard. It feels like bone, but it's just calcium carbonate concretion. So there I heard something too. So there's got to be something right. Yep, right there is more of that calcium carbonate. But yeah, it's you know, if it takes, I think each 10 centimeter interval is about 27 bags, somewhere 25 to 28 bags, depending on how full I fill them. And that would take about a couple hours to screen. And do about 10 bags in 50 minutes.
Now those bags you have back there, that you've got artifacts in them?
What's that?
And those bags over there, you have artifacts in them?
It's just dirt. There could be something in them, but we screen it looking for any mice jaws or mice bones, snakes, gophers, those sorts of things. And so we've kind of, when we first started, we weren't doing much screening because we're trying to get the bones out so they could cover up the outcrop. And then as we went on, after it would rain, we'd see bones on them of the small animals. So we decided to screen. And this time we're trying to screen while we keep track of the distance between the bags. If we let the sediment soak a little bit, it makes it go a lot more quickly. And so everything we bag back on the side of the road, we'll just dump in, let it soak, and then pour it through. And right there you can see there's snails showing up, little snail shells. Every once in a while we'll get bones of mice and gophers. Things that you can't see when you're digging usually. is what shows up once you screen.
Now you're always talking about the calcium crumbles in there or something, right?
Well, there's concretions, mineral concretions that are in there. Those are the white things that turn up that form in the soil. And so I can see a few of them right in there. So it just dips underwater. This is just a sieve with some fine screen in it. And then you're left with these pieces of calcium carbonate, a little bit of rock still that didn't break down, and then white pieces in there are snail shells. And there's probably 4 or 5 different species of snails that we found in there. There's some that are flat, like over here, this one's kind of broken. There's these ones that are higher spired, like that you typically think of snails. And then there's other ones that look like little rice grains in there. So that's kind of the wet screen process, and we just keep doing it. This particular time at 27 bags from one interval. So I've already done 10, so I have 17 left. And your sieve, your mesh size on the sieve can be whatever you want. I usually do the bigger or the finer sieve so that we make sure we catch even the smallest bones should be caught on that screen. And you're always left with a little bit of plant matter that gets in. And then when we're back in the lab, we'll look through all of that and pick out the complete snail shells and any limb bones. Kind of stir it up and get a vortex going, and that helps to kind of keep everything from sitting in one lump. And it also helps to get the water to all of the silt so it breaks down quicker. And so right there it looks like there might be a rodent incisor. Let's see where it went. It'll stick to my finger. Well, it's in there somewhere. It'll show up again.
It'll pop
another
up.
one. Yeah, it'll keep turning back up. It's not on my gloves, so. Yeah.
A whole bunch of snail shells right there.
Yeah. Snails are important. They tell us a little bit about the habitat, where we are on the landscape, if we're near water or if we're in uplands, based on the species that are present. I think over there there's that incisor tooth, the sharp pointy front nipping tooth from a rodent.
What kind of a rodent would that be?
Probably just a mouse.
Just a mouse?
It's too small for a gopher, so it's probably like more than likely it's probably the genus Paramyscus is my guess. But if you're finding the tooth, that means there's usually probably a jaw in here that the tooth broke away from.
Now you'll screen one whole layer in that thing before you dig through it?
I'll screen, I can get about, depends on how it breaks down, but I get about, usually I try to switch screens after about 7 bags. Today, since it's drying and it's trying to get it dry, I usually have been doing about 10 bags per day, or 10 bags before I change screens. But yeah, try to get a lot of, once you get a lot of root matter and plant matter, that kind of blocks it up a little bit. Some of that is the hydro seeding that they put in. Some of it washed down onto the ground where I was shoveling, so some of it's that. The bottom end, that might be the bottom end of the femur, and it just doesn't have the growth plate fused, so you don't see where the kneecap would be. This will just let drain for a couple minutes. It's the thigh bone from a mouse or a gopher, and so this is on the left side. So this is where the ball would fit into the hip socket right there, and then the bottom end is broken off.
Quite a few little species of snails in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say there's probably, I know there's at least 3. There's one that's high spired, there's one that's flat, and then there's another one that's too small to see with the naked eye. That looks like a little rice grain that actually Linnaeus had described back in the 1700s originally. So yeah, see how wet that is? That's gonna have to dry more in the lab, but can't do much about it today. Keep processing this stuff.